took you so long to get here?
I took the first plane from Atlanta. Don't speak.
Oh. What did she do?
She said that you were the devil and that God had asked her to get rid of you.
Oh, so many lies being written. So much hysteria, so much violence in this country.
I want to thank you all for the kind letters, wonderful flowers that you sent me while I was ill. As you know, Mrs. King and I recently went to India. Now, we may go to other places as tourists, but we went to India because of Mahatma Gandhi as pilgrims. See, Gandhi teaches us that violence does not overcome evil. It may suppress it for a time, but only to arise later with redoubled vigor. But nonviolence, on the other hand, seeks to put an end to evil by converting the evildoer. Well, while we were there, we met Nehru. And Nehru said that one of Gandhi's last public statements was to a group of visiting American blacks. He said there was no dishonor in being a slave. There was dishonor in being a slave owner. Nehru said something else. He said that Gandhi said something most curious. He said that it may be through the American Negro that the unadulterated message of nonviolence is delivered to the world. Well, a leader is needed. I doubt that I am that person. I have the gravest doubts. I must reorganize my life, reorient my personality. I've been being unfair to you. You need a full-time pastor, Mrs. Bolton. You need somebody from the church to come see you when you're not feeling well. You need someone to go into those prisons when your children are in trouble. We all need somebody to talk to when our marriages aren't going the way they should. Being here has been the happiest time of my life. But I submit my resignation as pastor of the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church to become effective on the 4th Sunday of January.
Blessed be the tie that binds our hearts in Christian love, the fellowship of kindred minds is like to that above. We share a mutual woe. A mutual burdens bear, and all
did they do to you?
And they had to take out 2 ribs. I'm feeling fine now.
Where'd you get this non-violence from? You didn't get it from me. You must have got it from your mama. That's all right to turn the other cheek, but what you gonna do when you don't have any cheeks left? You don't get things done going the way that you were going. Now, I've fought everything in this town, and I know what you got to do. You don't move from weakness, you move from strength. And you protect yourself. You don't make yourself a target. It's better to be a live dog than a dead lion. Like, are you listening to me?
Yes, I'm listening, Dad.
But you're not listening to me.
Let me ask you something. Now that we got this national movement going, do you think that the Christians are going to understand that I can't be at church full time? I mean, that's my governor, wasn't it?
Well, now, they want you under any conditions you want, Emil, and you know that.
That's that big noise.
What do you say, Mike? Well, it's a wonder you showed up.
What are you talking about, Dad?
He's been in another fight. I told you, A.D., if you can't help us, don't hurt us. Now, look at you. I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed that you were my son. I thought you were going on a diet.
And A.D., if we're going to make it in this world, we're going to have the brains of Einstein, the language of Ralph Bunche, and the looks of Marilyn Monroe. Come on, let's go see what Mother dear is having for dinner. How you keep yourself?
Hello, Martin. This is Mrs. Mazer.
How do you do, Dr. King? It's an honor. I'd like you to see the garden.
Tori, what are we doing in this place?
Well, Martin, we do have to have some place to
We
live.
couldn't even afford the drapes in here.
Daddy said he's going to make the down payment.
You said Dr. King likes barbecues. We have a built-in barbecue in the back.
What's the matter?
The black bourgeoisie. Always ripping off black people. Charging them all those fat fees for doctor bills, for food bills, and for mortgages.
Oh, of course they are, Martin, but we've got to have a house.
Not in Collier Heights, we don't. I don't want it. Well, what do you think of it, Bernard? Well, yeah, you think we can find some ways to improve this place?
The only way we can improve this place is the dynamite.
Dora, darling, what do you think?
Martin, it would take as much to improve this place as it would to live someplace decent.
Well, I like it. It's only 2 blocks from the church. I bought it. It was a steal.
You know what Carr's department store is like. It's practically an institution in Atlanta. If we can desegregate it, then surely every other store will follow.
Well, we don't think that Dr. King should become involved in local fights.
No? Well, just what kinds of fights do you think he should become involved in? What's the matter? Does your father have too many friends here?
You speak about Gandhi. Gandhi was always in the forefront of the battle. He was always exposing himself to danger.
Don't you think my husband exposes himself to enough danger? He's gone all over the country for Snick, and you know it. Whenever you get in trouble, you call on him. And then when he comes, you criticize him for taking all the publicity.
You know what happens in Carr's. It's the finest department store in the Southeast, and black people are degraded every time we come into it. 5 restaurants, and we have to eat in the cafeteria. I took my little nephew there to buy a suit. You know they don't let black people try on clothes for fear it'd rub against a white person's body. They measured him with a ruler. While we were there, a white woman came in with her little boy to buy a suit and some shoes. When my little nephew looked at that, I could tell it scarred him for the rest of his life.
It's King.
It's Dr. King. It is?
We'd like to be served.
We don't serve niggers here. There's a restaurant downstairs where niggers are served.
We'd like to be served in this restaurant.
I'm glad you're here. They're at it again today.
All right, you know you're trespassing on private property.
I'll give you 10 seconds to leave. All right, arrest the niggers.
Everybody out.
Play this in Poland.
What's up, Dr. King?
Nah, I don't leave without Dr. King.
It's all right, Bernard. I'll be all right, Bernard. Go on.